What's up, everybody? Jordan Despong here for episode 3 of How to Improve My Mile. So we've just completed the third week of training here, and today we're going to review the training from my first semester in college, spring 2016, up in Nebraska, and then we will review week 3 and preview week 4 of the training right now. So let's jump into it. For the reviews of the semesters going forward, we'll use the spreadsheet that I compiled all my training into. We'll just highlight kind of some of the key workouts or just, good memories, bad memories I had of that semester. We won't, go too deeply into it, but let me just pull it up here. So here we are. We'll go, from January all the way down to the end of May here. To start off, we were about 770 miles for the semester and only averaged about 40 miles a week for, I don't know how many weeks there were, but if you did some math, probably like 14 or, probably like 15 to 20 weeks. So we started, I came over to the USA on January 1, 2016, kind of worked out in California for a little bit and a little bit in Phoenix with my parents before getting up into Nebraska. The first one I have highlighted, I did a 8-mile steady state with some of the guys here. I had never been to the Midwest or anywhere where there's just snow on the ground for as far as the eye could see. And we were doing this workout and I was cruising along, and then we turned into some wind, and it was the coldest run of my life at that point. I pretty much stopped breathing. I did not know if I was going to make it through the semester, but it was an eye opener. It was a good workout, but just terrible conditions. Then on that Monday following, January 11th. I got another eye-opening workout at 6:30 in the morning. I showed up for morning practice and we went on a 6-mile run, and I got dropped instantly. I thought I was showing up for a jog, just meander around the streets, and they took off running. So this first week was a steep learning curve. I showed up that afternoon for a workout, 600-meter pace run, 2x150, 300, 200, 200, and then 2x1000. And I had always ever worked out in spikes, and everyone looked at me really weirdly when I showed up to the track in spikes to do a workout. Everyone, was running in flats at that point, and I guess that's what I do now. But it was just funny, you coming from a different background, and that was tough though. I had never been used to running 6 miles in the morning and then doing really hard workouts on the track at night, so it definitely took an adjustment. As you can see, that weekend I ran on the DMR, ran like 3 minutes. And this is kind of where the naivety of myself came in. And I'd only ever run like 40 or 50 miles in college. So I'm starting to run, a little bit more here. And being a 150 guy, I was like, man, I just got to run that on the track and I would, be pretty good for the Big Tens. And, I ran 155 back-to-back weekends. So it was kind of, an eye opener. I was just kind of doing as I was taught. I think I was doing too much at this point, but I didn't want to seem like a wuss for giving up or, not participating, but definitely the increased mileage did take its toll. I started to run okay down, into the start of February. I ran 4:14, which would then get me into the Tyson Invite, which was down in Arkansas, where I ran 4:10, and that was an interesting race. I think I ran like 2:06 or 2:07, then a 2:03, 2:03 or 2:04 to close it out. I think it was one in like a 4:05 or 4:06 that day. So I felt like I missed out on an opportunity there as a freshman, but it was definitely a learning curve, of how those guys race. This was a fun race in 2016, kind of with the guys. Jacob Olsen, he outdipped me for 152.1. I think we raced, I might be able to find a picture of that. I raced Edward Kimboy that day. He ran like 1:48. And then while we were jogging, warming down, he told us that he had never, ever run an 800 over 150. So that was pretty fun to do that with him. I guess over the February and March months, we transition into the outdoor track. I kind of take a little bit of time off and then again get back to some bigger miles. And it was kind of daunting because every week we run more. It was like, man, I've never run this far in my life. And then, you come down to the start of, or the end of March, and you're trying to race again. And this was probably my best meet outdoors down in Arizona. I was in front of my family. And it just went all downhill from there. I don't think I ran very well for the rest of this semester. I had done quite a bit of running in New Zealand prior to December. And I think it was all starting to catch up on me in terms of all the training, just, and then, a lot of racing. So I didn't really have a very good month in April. At the end, we raced at Drake Relays. So I think the pressure wasn't on me as much, but you were just racing for the team. And I enjoyed it a lot more in that meet and kind of had some good performances, a 4:13 and a 1:52. But that would probably be arguably the best thing I did that outdoor season. Just finished off the year with the 3,000 meters. I think when I look at this now, what was missing was that VO2 max stuff that I had been, doing a lot in high school. So the 1,000 meter repeats, a little bit longer reps on the track. I don't know how that would have gone with all the increased mileage that we had, but if I think about why I wasn't able to run fast, I only ran 3:54, 4:30 in the mile, is I think I just didn't have, I wasn't fit enough at the end of the day to run, to be able to, to run fast. So that's kind of where we were at there. That was the takeaway. It was a fun learning experience for sure. I wish I had, now looking back, had more control over what I had done. And instead of thinking, you're just a freshman, you should keep your mouth shut, being proactive with your coach or something, to be like, maybe this isn't the training that's going to get me the best results. And, you know yourself well enough and how you worked with your coach and when you felt the best, in high school, before you come in here. So at a point you have to be like, toughen up and, get better. But there's a certain point as well where it's like, do what you think's right. And that, so it took me a while to learn that, because I'm probably going to say that a few times in these episodes, not until maybe like 2018, 2019, where I started to really understand that for myself. But, it happens, and, I wouldn't take it back. It was fun. I traveled a lot. I enjoyed it. The racing wasn't there, but it's all good. But we're here now, right? We're here in 2020, and we're going to review this past week and preview next week. So running this week, not a great week, not a good week at all. Socially, great week. Jacob Olsen texted me at the start of the week and asked if I left to go to Cornell, and I was like, no, I'm still here. And he's like, great, we're all coming in for a bachelor party this weekend. So I hung out a little bit with Nolan Zimmer. He's going to get married, so congratulations to him and Miranda. But yeah, it did take a little bit of knock on the training. So I'll pull up the next one. I started out the week really good. Did the 2 easy runs coming off that 16-mile long run, which was a grinder. The longer speed workout on Tuesday went really well. I did 12 100s. Felt pretty strong compared to when I did it in the first week over here in the late July, where I was gassed, after 8 of them with jogging back. Last Tuesday I was able to do 12 and I felt pretty good. So I think, everything we're doing is, it's just getting back into shape, getting a bit fitter. The longer run, again, was good. I did the 80 minutes, almost ran 11 miles, which was a nice run out there. And then Thursday, when it all started to go downhill, I did the 60 minutes like I had planned. Some short hill sprints afterwards, which felt pretty good. And then towards that afternoon, I was content with only doing one run that day. And I was like, okay, you know what, I'll go pick up the guys from the airport, and then, I'll come home, I'll do the fartlek in the morning, and then maybe I'll party a little bit with them going into the easy run on Saturday. I stayed with them on Thursday night, and that was, made me sleep in the next morning. It was too hot. I was like, not feeling the greatest, so I just didn't run. I went back out with them on Friday night. Didn't feel the greatest on Saturday, so didn't run again. And then had them over here, for their last night down here. last night, and even though I didn't feel good today, I still went out. I was like, I need to jog at least once here. So I'm still going to do a long run. I'll do it tomorrow. So I guess now we're going to move into this coming week. I guess this here would be a long run, and then I'll probably do 2 easy runs. 2 easy runs here, and then probably longer speed. And then 2 easy runs. And then the fartlek, probably just 1 easy run here. And then the long run on Sunday up in Ithaca. So that's what that's going to look like. I think that, it's a 1 day apart. But within a 14-day cycle, I'll still get the long run. And there it's just, 1 extra day since this week over here on August 2nd, where I did my last long run. So I do have another friend coming in, Dan Matern, the guy that helped pace me to the 404 a couple of weeks ago. He's coming to stay for a few days, but I'm going to promise myself that I should not let the training slip this week, kind of finish out this, little period with a decent week of running. I'm going to be packing up my stuff. I go out to Ithaca on Friday. So shorter episode this week. Obviously, I'm not feeling the greatest, which is my fault, but it's how it is. And I think there's only so many times you have your friends, go through these periods of their life where you have to celebrate with them. So I enjoyed it. We had some really good fun. But now this week, hopefully back to work a little bit, and then yeah, so I will check in with you on next Sunday. Hopefully I have better news about the training. Hopefully we improved a little bit, this coming week, and I hope everyone has a great week, and I'll check in with you at that point. Have a great day.